The European grids are actually mostly in crisis because they're putting a lot of wind in, which is a short-term fix, and a lot of solar, but with no facility to store that energy.
Energy independence is a significant priority for anyone, especially for the European Union. Today, oil and gas represent 57% of final energy consumption in the European Union. Once transformed in electricity, renewable fuels such as water, wind and the sun are intermittent, which means that on one hand they do not produce when demand requires electricity, and on another hand they exert significant stress on the electricity grid, which is a physical reality.
Rather than grids just running off coal-fired power stations, they're increasingly a mosaic of different technologies. It is Megawatt Mosaic's job to develop projects on behalf of third parties who will reward us in very high fees to knit the grid together through a series of battery projects and solar projects.
The addition of BESS allows to match supply and demand of electricity, from the renewable generator to the end user, whether industrial, commercial or retail, and stabilize the grid imbalance.
If the coupling of massive BESS and renewable allows to meet both a net zero target and energy independence one, it is equally paramount to consider volatility on electricity prices. Because wind and sun are free fuels, the marginal cost of production of a unit of electricity for these two generators is close to zero.
However, because of its intermittency, that electricity does not have the same value than a flexible base load generation. The addition of BESS on a massive scale allows to create a flexible base load shape that meets demand profiles.
So if you can take energy out the grid at £0 or £1 per megawatt and feed it back in when it's 100 or 500 pounds per megawatt, you are onto a great business.
Once all development risks are mitigated, we have an active market of buyers in the EU. Utilities, energy firms, infra funds, family offices, renewable funds. A short turnaround of 9 months with a low initial development budget and a large exit multiple.
We are currently raising £750,000, and that's going to give us a runway of about 30 projects to get going. And those projects, we estimate, will provide the company with a return of 1,174% in the first stage, which is the feasibility study.
Mosaic will aim to construct and operate BESS and PV assets, all with a view of securing long-term operational asset management contracts.
If you want a successful project, you really need tacit understanding of the pre-construction development phase. And if you have that, then people will pay handsomely for it.
Over the past 3 years, this team has built a portfolio of 41 projects, meaning 360 megawatts of hybrid solar PV plants across Italy and Iberia.
We have been developing BESS and solar projects successfully for the last 3 years and have completed the first 16 projects for third parties. The only difference now is that we are doing it for Megawatt Mosaics, for ourselves and our investors, and we can scale the business at a rate the market demands.
So click the link below, download the information memorandum, have a good read, and then get in contact with me, and then we can move towards a call and discussing the business further.